Hey everyone, and welcome back to Factuality. This is our second and final part of our series of the most iconic and pricey cars in film history. If you haven't seen the first episode, then make sure to watch it afterwards so you don't miss any of the crazy iconic movie cars we went through. With that said, let's continue where we left off. DeLorean DMC12 Back to the Future, $541,000. There aren't as many cars that have attracted as much attention as the iconic futuristic four-wheeler with the gull-wing doors in the Back to the Future film series. The V6 engine was originally replaced with a V8 from the Porsche 928, and the car was basically a time machine in the films. Upon the first release, the DeLorean DMC12 bombed and sales were not what the company expected. Owner John DeLorean ran the company into serious financial trouble, causing the company to close in 1982. But the 80s sci-fi comedy classic Back to the Future saw the rejuvenation of the stigmatized DeLorean DMC12. Using the car as a time machine in the films, Dr. Emmett L. Brown and Marty McFly traveled to different periods in the history of Hill Valley, California. In 2011, one of the original cars used to film Back to the Future was bought at an auction for $541,000. Reports last year from CNET and The Manual revealed that the car might make a comeback in 2021. Plans for a reborn DeLorean DMC12 include a new engine and modern amenities, but the same iconic looks fans know and love. The company has floated a price tag of around $100,000 in the past for a modern DeLorean, but for some it's hard to put a price on such epic nostalgia.
What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour!
1961 Ferrari 250 GT California Spyder, $17.16 million. According to The Drive, the best cast member in Ferris Bueller's Day Off never said a word, had four wheels, and met an untimely demise at the bottom of a ravine. That's the Rosso Corsa 1961 Ferrari 250 GT SWB California Spyder, borrowed from Cameron's dad. There were 56 made in total, and only 37 of which featured those famous headlights. The car quite aptly captures the free-spirited, rebellious character that is Ferris Bueller. It meets a disastrous fate at the bottom of a ravine in the movie. Following the film, a replica of the original model sold for a whopping $10.9 million in 2008. According to Autoblog.com, a real deal, not replica, 1961 Ferrari 250 GT SWB California Spyder, just like the one we fell in love with watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off, was offered for sale to the public for the first time in its 55-year history in March of 2016 and fetched $17.16 million.
I can't wait to see the look on the bastard's face.
Fun fact, the 1966 Batmobile. Many movie cars are used specifically to showcase a new car that can entice watchers to want it. Not so with the black and fluorescent red Batmobile from the 1966 Batman TV series. This futuristic looking car wasn't actually futuristic. It was based off of a 1955 Lincoln concept car called the Futura. Despite it being handmade in Italy for the staggering reported cost of $250,000, the designer of the Batmobile, George Barris, purchased the car for $1 from Ford. The best part of the story? The car was sold by Barris at a collector car auction in Arizona in 2013 for $4.62 million. Not too shabby for an initial price of $1. Now we are almost at the end of the list with the best yet to come, so please keep watching. 1968 Ford Golf G40 Le Mans, $11 million. It's tough to pick only one favourite from a movie where cars are literally the highlight, but this is the 1968 Ford GT40 Golf in Le Mans we're talking about here. Driven by the actor during the filming of Le Mans in 1971, this racer was only given a few moments in the movie. But despite the very short exposure, the car easily captured the hearts and minds of moviegoers and car enthusiasts alike. It was an actual race car that participated at the 1968 Le Mans endurance race and Daytona. Interestingly, it was used both as a camera car in the movie to film some of the epic racing scenes, and as a subject car in the movie itself. It was the first of 3 lightweight production GT40s purpose-built for racing, and one of only 2 still surviving. After some reconstructions, the car was auctioned for a record-breaking $11 million at the 2012 Sotheby's RM auctions. 1977 Chevrolet Camaro Transformers, $500,000. How can we have a list of iconic cars in the film without mentioning the yellow Camaro that was the four-wheeled avatar of Bumblebee? Among the many machines that have been part of the Transformers film series, the Chevrolet Camaro remains inscribed in the hearts of franchise fans and car lovers for both its stunning looks and the central role of Bumblebee. The car will forever be known as Bumblebee. With an original price tag of $4,233 and an average recent sale price of $12,012, there has been just a modest 183% increase. Although to be fair, the film is only 12 years old. One would expect the value to only be going in one direction from here.
Got a high-rise double-pump carburetor. That's pretty impressive, Sam.
Fun fact, the more recent movie Bumblebee starring Haley Steinfeld features not a muscle car Camaro, but a yellow VW Beetle. And as we've learned above, that is an adorable ride rich in cinematic history and price increases. Over the course of 4 Transformers movies since 2007, each film has gotten a different version of Bumblebee, and all 4 of those cars crossed the Barrett-Jackson auction block as a set. They were purchased by NASCAR team owner Rick Hendrick for a cool $500,000. Audi R8 in Iron Man, $116,000. When not flying in his Iron Man suit, billionaire, playboy and philanthropist Tony Stark sure loves his Audi R8s. Ever since the beginning of the Iron Man movie series, Marvel established early on that Tony Stark's go-to car was the Audi R8. In the first Iron Man film released in 2008, Tony Stark can be seen driving his Audi R8, where he meets his friend and soon-to-be partner in crime, Rhodey, who plays the Iron Patriot. However, the Iron Man series and the Marvel Cinematic Universe itself have come a long way since 2008. Now it's no surprise that just as technology in the world is changing, so does Iron Man's cars. From this classic car to the Audi R8 Spyder to the Audi e-tron, Stark's got all the versions of this sports car stored in his garage, just like his suits. In May of 2010, Iron Man 2 was released in theatres, and with the return of its superhero was also the return of the Audi R8, but newer, updated and thrillingly eye-catching, the 2010 Audi R8 Spyder. Despite the number of fight scenes that take place on the coast of California and, at one part of the movie, even on a racetrack, Tony never drives this Audi model in the movie. However, the car can easily be spotted parked in Tony's garage next to his huge collection of other top-notch sports cars. With a license plate that says Stark 11, there's no way you'll miss spotting this car on screen. The first 2008 edition starts off this list at a fair sum of about $116,000. That's all we had for today, and we hope you enjoyed it. If you could choose a car on the list, which one would it be? Let us know in the comments below, and please remember to subscribe to become part of our channel. And if you hadn't seen the first episode, then now is a great time. Just follow the link on the screen. Until next time.